Evening, Conservatory. Welcome to the very first recital night of the summer. As I mentioned earlier, we will have 4 of these throughout the summer. We have one tonight, we have one next Thursday, then one the Friday after that, and then the Thursday after that. So each week there's a chance for you as the campers, the students, to come up on stage and show what you're working on in your private lessons, show maybe something you're working on in your elective classes, maybe even some of the major classes, and play here for everyone else. Also, for these, we live stream them. So if you have someone at home who wants to see what's going on, they can jump on YouTube and they can still see you play your solo, even though they aren't here. Just a little bit of notes for recital nights, for those who maybe it's your first time, or we all just need a good reminder. A recital is more of a formal, more of a decorum kind of thing, as opposed to a talent show. So a talent show, we'll have one later at the end of summer. You can kind of hoot and holler and have a lot of fun and scream the whole time. A recital, we want to make sure we hear everyone, and we don't want to be loud over them. We want to be able to support them, but we want to make sure that while they're on stage, or if they're playing the piano, or wherever they are in the room, we hear what they're doing. We can applaud for them after they're done. Wait till they're done. Sometimes, some pieces of music, there's a bit of a pause, and you think it's over. Just wait a few seconds, then you'll know it's over. We'll applaud for them, very kind and friendly, and then we'll go on from there. Also, you applaud anytime anyone comes up. Like you kind of just did for me when I came up. When someone comes up, you can applaud for them. They'll give you a little bow. They'll play their thing. They'll dance, and then you go clap afterwards, and we move on with the program from there. Sound good? Awesome. I'm just introducing and starting us off. Miss Yenna, our program coordinator, will kind of lead us through the program. She's our MC for tonight. But our first act is Mr. Junior on the trumpet playing La Virgen de la Macarena, arranged for brass band.
say all the time, 24/7. But I truly have nothing to say. I am in absolute awe, and I know that you guys are too. Did you guys hear the part when he just went on and on and on and on and on? But even more than that, did you hear his dynamics? He got real quiet, then he got loud, then he got real quiet again. That takes immense skill. So thank you so much, Mr. Junior. Thank you for showing us your lovely talent and being able to perform for us. He is one of the only kind of trumpet/cornet high brass instructors this year, and to see him be able to perform that and help a lot of our cornet players, such as myself, be able to hear something so beautiful in person is truly a blessing, so thank you. But we must move on to the next act, even though I want to hear the same thing again. Mr. Junior might pass away if he did, but our next act is from Mr. Drew. He is one of our lovely piano instructors, and he'll be playing the piece called The Heist. Thank you so much for your performance, Mr. Drew. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was like a little silly, a little goofy at the beginning. Then he took a breath and became a totally, totally different person. And his amazing musicianship was able to show. And how the music were able to flow. It went from high up here to down here, from loud to soft. To be able to hear that with my own ears in person was truly another experience, and I hope you guys felt the same. So thank you, Mr. Drew, for that performance. And I'm really, really glad that for us here in person was able to see exactly what Mr. Drew was playing, because he actually had no music. This was completely of practice and memory, right, Mr. Drew? So he was able to practice that over and over and over and over again to perform for us. And I think that is truly a blessing. So thank you. And without further ado, we have actually one of our percussion instructors. I get really, really excited when our percussion instructors or percussionists perform, because there are such a variety of instruments and such a variety of skills that must be practiced, honed, and honed again and again and again. So next is actually Mr. Matthew McCarthy. We actually have 3 Mr. Matthews. So this is Mr. Matthew McCarthy playing on the marimba, and it's called Furioso Tango. Thank you. Wow. Again, I have absolutely no words. I have no idea how I'm going to MC when such performances are being played right in front of us. And I always tell people that I have the attention span of a goldfish because I get distracted very, very easily. But the entire time, I was mesmerized. From beginning to the end of the piece, it was truly a performance, right? Did you see the way that not only he was able to play and articulate his music, but able to almost dance, move fluidly? That itself, I see as just a beautiful display of music. And that is true and absolute hard work and talent in front of you guys. So I am so, so excited that I was able to see that. So thank you so much, Mr. Matthew, for that. Our next piece, I am also so excited because creative arts is my absolute favorite. I love seeing creative art performances, and I feel as though we just don't have enough. I just want the whole concert sometimes to be creative arts. But our next piece is called Lost in Thought by Miss Rachel, and it is an acting piece.
Hello, my name is Rachel Niemanen. I'm an assistant instructor for acting here at Camp Walter Johnson this year, and today I will be performing a monologue entitled Lost in Thought by Joseph Arnone. Enjoy. Yes! Blank, expressionless, unmoving, motionless. You looked frozen. I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry. It just all seemed quite out of the ordinary. I was working in my garden when I heard this gushing sound of water, and I became curious. The water sounded like it had been going on for far too long. So I looked between the fence, and I saw you standing there, staring straight ahead right at me. I figured you were just doing yard work, but your behavior was unusual. You weren't active. I walked along the fence, trying to get a better look at you. Your hose was in your hand, and it was pouring all over you, and I wondered perhaps you were just cooling off. But you remained frighteningly still. Your gaze looked like it was staring straight at me, so I waved. There was no response. You looked like you were staring straight at me, and there was no response. I tried to walk along the fence and get a better, close, clear look at you. And I tried calling your name again and again. But no response. I finally decided to approach you. And I called your name one final time. And finally, your eyes focused. And you stared at me, like as if nothing was out of the ordinary, like as if I had been here the entire time, and as if you weren't standing in a pool of mud, and that was anything but ordinary. Thank you.
I actually feel as though I got a little bit of whiplash because she started up here, hello, my name is Rachel, and then ended with, thanks. But in the middle, I was over here upset for her about the water and the mud, and I was feeling as though I was the one who turned on the water and never turned it off. But to be able to see her absolute focus, her starting with a deep breath, starting calmly, being able to get into character so well, that shows absolute talent and absolute practice. And being able to see that today gave me a little bit of whiplash, but I'm so blessed to be able to see that. I hope you guys feel that too. So thank you so much, Miss Rachel. That was amazing. Next up is another piano piece. This is Miss Easy's, and she does also work with Mr. Drew. She is our head piano instructor, so we'll be able to see her perform this piece. So thank you, Miss Easy's. Thank you, Miss Aziz, for sharing that piece with us. And while just seeing her perform, it really reminded me of how much music takes out of you, right? Sometimes you might see, oh, piano, you just wiggle a few fingers, you just play the notes on a page. But it's not. It truly takes your entire body, your entire movement, both your soul and mind, to be able to truly convey a piece. And that's what she did for us. She was able to show us, convey the beautiful piece that she had played. So thank you so much, Mrs. Zees, for that. Thank you for conveying the music to us. Actually, I'm gonna thank some of our online viewers, since they are still moving a few things. But as you guys know, as Mr. Aaron said in the beginning, there are people watching live. Currently, Major Repaz is in the chat, typing like absolute crazy for every person. So just knowing that there are people at home watching and rooting for every single one of you guys and all of our instructors. I cannot wait to see what our own delegates have to perform next week. And on that note, one of our next performances will be another percussion piece, and I told you I get really, really excited because there are so many different instruments and so many different skills that has to be honed and practiced to be able to perform. And even though Mr. Braden is another percussion instructor, he is playing a totally different instrument, as you can see, and these are the timpanis, while Mr. Matthew McCarthy played the marimba. So I'm so excited to see another realm, another side of percussion. And Mr. Braden will be playing the song called Way of the Warrior on the timpanis. Thank you, Mr. Braden.
Forgive my timeliness, but as you can see, these are not the smallest instruments. So I appreciate your patience.
I heard a few wows in the audience, and I feel the absolute same. And like I said, percussion is so interesting to me because of how versatile the instruments are, right? It can go all the way down from itty bitty triangle all the way up to these beautiful timpanis. And to be able to see him use actually all of his body, not only his arms are moving, his hands, to be able to play that, but also his feet. I don't know if you guys saw. Everything about that performance was absolutely amazing, and I just imagine the amount of time and effort he put into being able to perform that for us today. And I also think it's so interesting how in the beginning we go from, hey Yana, do you have any jokes to tell, with the pink shirt on, and then he takes a breath and he's a totally different person. And to be able to see that with all our instructors, especially because we do a lot of fun things at camp, right? But to be able to see them truly hone in their craft and become a different person is so mesmerizing. So thank you so much, Mr. Braden, for preparing a piece for us and being able to play that for us today. Next up is so interesting, because I have never in my life at Conservatory heard a clarinet piece at solo night. Have you guys ever heard of a clarinet piece during recital nights? No, never. Me neither. But Mr. Matthew Almeida will be playing a clarinet piece. He'll be playing excerpts from Festive Overture and Come Sunday. So please give a hand to Mr. Matthew. Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew, for that performance. When I actually received his paper to be able to be put into the program, I saw clarinet. Maybe he spelled cornet wrong, or maybe he just, had a little trouble with the pencil, What is going on over here? That day, while actually going to talk to Mr. Matthew about what was on his paper, I was walking past one of the practice rooms, and then I was walking and had to take a look back because he was practicing the clarinet. And how amazing it is that we are able to hear all these different types of instruments and different types of music, all the way from the piano to percussion to acting to dance. And on that note, I'm so excited because we have another creative arts representative, Miss Catherine, performing a dance piece called The Irrepressibles. Thank you so much, Miss Catherine. Like I said, I absolutely love creative arts performances, and Miss Catherine is actually our only dance instructor this year. To be able to see her make time to teach classes, do one-on-ones, do the freaking, I don't know, dance minor, but also have time to choreograph and perform for us. That is truly, truly so amazing. And dance takes lots of strength, lots of conditioning, lots of technique. So being able to see that in person, in action, it's so, so, so beautiful and amazing. So thank you so much, Miss Catherine, for that beautiful performance. And actually, we are coming down to our final performance. And it is by Mr. Evan. He is one of our lovely brass instructors this year, and he'll be accompanied by the staff band. So to be able to see both the staff band working with Mr. Evan and Mr. Evan working with the staff band and creating music all together, I'm so excited to see what happens next. Thank you, Mr. Evan. Thank you, Mr. Evan, for that lovely, lovely performance. It was a little, light beat, and then I don't know if you saw the time change. It kind of changed a little bit. So thank you so much to Mr. Evan and the lovely, lovely staff band for preparing that piece for us. And, for our first timers and people tuning in, we cannot end a recital night without doing a certain something. And that is the CWJ fight song. So if you would stand with me and sing while the brass band leads with us, and the lyrics are on the screen. Camp Walter Johnson is the place for me. Learning adventure is a line for me.
so much for being so great tonight. Can we have another hand for our staff members? This is my 10th summer working at Conservatory, and that's easily the best staff recital night I think we've ever had. Just purely exceptional work. Really great stuff. Thank you all. And that wasn't even all our staff. You didn't even hear everyone. There's still some good staff left you haven't heard yet, but you'll hear them later maybe. But thank you all again tonight for being so good. Next week, next Thursday, we'll see some of you up here with some solos or duets or ensembles. We'll get to hear all together. Some dance groups will be really exciting, but that is all. So thank you for